So, about a week ago, not more than a week ago, I reacted to an ESPN analyst disrespecting Larry Bird. Now, there's a continuation to this. I'm gonna watch Prime Larry Bird's video of it. Okay. So join me on this reaction, ladies and gentlemen. Without further ado, get your popcorns, get your snacks, and let's jump right in.
Bird is one of the great shooters in the history of the sport. Not even close. Not good. He was great. He's one of the top 5 3-point shooters of all time. That's how good Bird is. Oh, yes.
We're not. We're
won
not.
3-point
We're
shooting
not.
contests. He was phenomenal.
Well,
Bird's
wait a
a
minute.
great shooter.
This is the face of a Larry Bird denier because one seemingly innocuous comment about how great of a three-point shooter Larry Bird was had him all in his feelings.
Doggy, it's just math. It's attempts, it's makes, and it's percentage.
That's where he shot himself in the foot, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where he shot himself in the foot. If it's about makes, attempts, and percentage, run up Larry Bird's numbers and tell me that he's not a great three-point shooter.
And there's no way you could ever argue Larry Bird is a top 3 3-point shooter of all time. There's plenty of people that have shot more, made more, and guess what?
I say he don't have to be top 3, but put him in the top 10. That's just my opinion.
Made more at a higher
Because there's other great shooters out there too. No disrespect to them. But Larry Bird is in the top 10.
percentage than Larry Bird from 3. He's not one of the greatest 3-point shooters ever.
Now, as someone who claims to be a student of the game, why in the world would JJ Redick say something so idiotic? In the words of the great Roy Jones Jr., y'all must have forgot. JJ Redick, this video is dedicated to you.
I lived that 80s era.
Let's go.
And Larry Bird was one of the greatest three-point shooters that's ever played this game. Fuck percentages. It ain't about that. It's about hitting big shots, things that he couldn't do as a player.
Larry Bird hit more big three-point shots than anyone, even to this day, and he did it in supreme fashion while trash talking every step of the way.
We're playing Phoenix, and we're way ahead, okay? When we're down in the old Saddle Dome that they had outside.
Right.
And Larry, we're playing good as a team. Larry has the worst fourth quarter known to man. I mean, he's throwing the ball to the other team. I'm like, good Lord, we had like a 15-point lead. Next thing you know, we're down 2. And I'm like, how in the world are we going to lose this game, man?
So we have a play, out of bounds play. Larry says, I'm going to bust off the play, and I'm just going to come out, and I'm going to shoot a 3. And I'm like, no, don't do that. I'm like, let's shoot a 2, please. Go to the hole, try to get fouled. Let's just get into overtime, see if we can't win this game.
So, Larry not only tells me that, he walked by the bench and says, typical Bird, he just real slow, fixing to bust a 3 on your guys and go home. And so he breaks the play.
Max looking, loops it to Bird, a runner. It's good. It's good.
That was clean. Now, my only question is, did he release it before the clock expired? Which he did, right? Hold on. I gotta go back. Because normally they'll say, like, once the ball touches your hand, that's when the clock starts running.
Looking, loops it.
Like, say, if he caught it right here, it would have been like, it would have been over, But he did get it in.
To Bird, a runner. It's good. It's good.
Wow.
Celtics win it.
That is heartbreaking. And he pointed. He's pointing at the bench.
And he gets the ball, jumps out, busts the play, comes out, gets the ball at the slot, shoots the ball. As the ball's in the air, he kind of turns towards the Phoenix bench and yells, "Told you so."
He pointed.
Running to the locker room. And I just started laughing. I was like, oh, man.
That was Birdie. He had the confidence, man. That dude had so much confidence. He talked to the coaches. He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
I got a question, guys. I just want to go back just a little bit, guys. Just a tad bit. Not where. Right here. Who is this show still going on? I remember growing up, right? This was in the 2000s. And when I came across this show, Open Court, I was tuned into this show like no other. Like legit, when I knew all of these legends would be sitting around the couch, whatever it is, talking basketball. This show on NBA TV, is this show still going on? That's my first question. The second question is, were you tuned in on this show as well? And this is where I was just learning. I was student of the game, just listening to these NBA legends talk all around the couch. They're telling their stories and everything like that. They're giving their opinions, their debates on certain topics. Like man, oh man, oh man. That show right there was always something I tuned into.
He talked to everybody. He was talking trash all the time, man. But fun. Great competitor, man.
And what Kevin McHale failed to mention is that Larry Bird had not taken a single three-pointer that
Wow.
entire game.
You see, this is what I kept talking about. Larry Bird could score at will. He could do whatever he want. He didn't take a 3-point attempt the entire game, but when it came to the game winner, come on, man. And it says it. Remember what JJ Redick said, guys. Guys, makes attempts and percentages. Right here, the evidence. At will, Larry Bird could score from that 3-point line. Like, man. Imagine seeing a Larry Bird versus Steph Curry 3-point contest. Or the top 5 3-point shooters of all time shooting contest, including Larry Bird and Steph Curry.
JJ, I hope you're listening. Larry Bird was the first player to make the three-point shot a strategic weapon. You weren't out there taking 14 or 15. He liked to use it as a dagger in the fourth quarter. Nobody else used it as strategically as Larry Bird did.
Yep.
Even Michael Jordan understood that shooting too many threes was not the best way to win.
Here's Jordan for three. Yes! Did you see that look?
Who remember this moment, the shrug game, 1992 against Portland Trailblazers, man. That was a hype moment when he kept shooting them threes. Now, is he an underrated 3-point shooter? Of course he is, Jordan. Come on now.
When you have that mentality, as I found out in the first game, of making threes, you don't go to the hole as much. You go to the 3-point line and you start sitting there waiting for someone to find you. And that's not my mentality. And I don't want to create that because it takes away from all phases of my game. My game is a fake drive to the hole, penetrate, dish off, dunk or whatever.
But for some reason, JJ Redick actually thinks basketball is just a math equation. And he couldn't be more wrong. Just because 3 is more than 2 doesn't mean you should jack up a bunch of threes. Larry Bird not only was a great 3-point shooter, but he had one of the highest basketball IQs in NBA history. And even he never averaged over 4 3-point attempts per game in any season. But he shot them and made them when they truly mattered. Like in this game, when the Celtics were down by 3 with 7 seconds to go. And then this happened.
Crowd is standing up. It goes now to Bird. Bird goes up top. A 3-point field goal for Bird.
And look at the type of 3 that he's taking. It's not like catch and shoot. It's an off-balance 3-point attempt, guys.
4 seconds left. He hits it. And it's all tied up again. My goodness.
And if you
and it's one-legged as well.
Think that one-legged 3-point shot was luck? Well, explain this. Because in that same game, in overtime, with 2 seconds left, and the Celtics down by 1, this happened.
Danny Ainge to inbounds for the Celtics, trailing by 1, 2 seconds left. Into Bird, he fires. Yes! And the Celtics win! Unbelievable!
Unbelievable.
Bird at
He's unbelievable.
There's something to be said for the guy who does it when you have to have it done, as opposed to those guys that can do it for the first 3 quarters. But do you see Steph Curry? Can you say he's the best shooter that we've ever seen?
No, I don't know about that. The thing is, anybody can shoot it when it's tied. It's when you're down 1 or down 2. I mean, how many guys make that shot?
My gosh, he just dropped a nuke bomb right now. I understand he's an old head, but he's speaking facts. I gotta play this back. I have to play this back. Guys.
Those guys that can do it for the first 3 quarters. But do you see Steph Curry? Can you say he's the best shooter that we've ever seen?
No, I don't know about that. The thing is, anybody can shoot it when it's tied. It's when you're down 1 or down 2. I mean, how many guys make that shot?
When it matters the most. Technically, when it's tied, technically when they're down 1 or 2, when that 3-pointer counts the most. Hey, Larry Bird, dangerous.
But since JJ Redick loves his numbers so much, let's compare prime Larry Bird's 3-point numbers with Steph Curry's 2016 unanimous MVP.
Bring in the receipts. Let's go.
Season. Steph Curry shot 45.4% from 3, while Larry Bird shot 42.3% from 3.
Not bad.
Now,
not bad at
all.
all.
Vacuum, using only this number, the unsophisticated analyst might assume that Steph Curry was a better 3-point shooter than Larry Bird, but not so fast. How about we compare each player to the 3-point shooters of their own era? In 2016, the league average 3-point percentage was 35.4%. This means that Steph Curry was 28% better than league average. In 1985, the league average 3-point percentage was 28.2%.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
This means that Larry Bird was 51.
Oh my gosh.
1% better than league average. So, in reality, Larry Bird dominated the 3-point line in his era even better than 2016 unanimous MVP Steph Curry. But numbers don't make an argument. Their only purpose is to supplement what we already know to be true.
If the 3-point shot was what it is today, back in the 80s, Bird would have scored 50 a game. He made every mid-ranger in the world, and he was a 90% free throw shooter. Outside of one jumper, when he missed the Game 4 jumper against Magic, he had a broken hand. I don't recall ever
snapping.
a big shot in a big game that he ever missed.
So,
he's snapping, and he ain't lying either. He's snapping, but he ain't lying either.
Answer this question. If you need one player to hit one 3-point shot to save your life, who are you taking?
Bird.
Steph Curry, who lost the 3-point shooting contest 5 times to his...
Bro, I take it back. Why did I even say Steph was a great 3-point? Now, come on, we know what Bird did. Especially when it was inaugurated in 1986, and he won 3 times in a row and didn't need to compete. This man, well, I'm not going to say the 3-point contest solidifies if somebody is a great shooter or not, but this man just lost 5 times.
Peers or Larry Bird, who won the 3-point shooting contest back to back to back.
There it is.
There were pros back then. There were cons back then. But to say anything disparaging about Larry Bird and his perimeter shooting and his 3-point shooting, asinine. Like, JJ, he probably beat your ass in a 3-point shooting contest.
Yes, he will.
Today.
Yes, he will.
And though it sounds like hyperbole, This is what a 60-year-old Larry Bird did at an Indiana Pacers practice.
So the whole team is just stretching, and Larry just walks on the court, grabbed the ball, and started jacking threes like, whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Like I'm looking at everybody. I'm like, do y'all see this right now? And he made like at least 10 in a row threes, like just in a row, and walked off and sat like he ain't do nothing. Like it was regular, and folded his legs and just sitting there looking at us. I'm like, yo, this guy's nice. I'm like, man, that's a legend right there.
Speaking of,
yo, W, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful to hear. I'm glad Lance Stevenson was able to tell that story. Yes. Good.
Of shooting threes, Coach, you at the three-point competition, walking in the locker room, who's playing? Did you really say that? Who's playing for second?
Yeah, I did. I felt so bad because Leon Wood never crossed the three-point line. All he did was he always shot threes. So I thought he might be the competition. When I walked in there, he's sitting there, and I said, okay, now they're down to the nitty-gritty. Who's coming in second? You already know who's going to win this. I think they were a little nervous.
And after Larry Bird hit 11 straight threes in this final round, he decided to hit one off the backboard just for fun.
He hit it off the backboard, ladies and gentlemen, and it was the money ball. It wasn't the regular balls that he used. It was the money ball. Dang.
Heck it off the glass.
That chick said my name on it for a week now, and I knew I was going to win this thing.
And then the walk off with your hand up. I mean, come on, Coach. Come on.
You know, when you're shooting them, you don't know what the score is.
Right.
But I had a feeling by the way the crowd was going, I had to make the last one. And that one there looked perfect all the way. So if it would have bounced out, I would have felt like an idiot.
Well,
but it went in. I got lucky and got the check and went home.
Larry Bird winning the long-distance shootout for the third year in a row.
Now imagine that. Larry Bird, who didn't even see a three-point line.
You know, the funny thing is, he won 3 times in a row, but imagine if he continued to go. You seen how Steph Curry went 5 times, lost? Imagine if Larry Bird went 5 times and won. After those 3 years, he did 2 additional years with the 3-point. Larry's onto something. What if he chose 3 back-to-backs for a reason? Because I know if he did 5 in a row, he would have won.
Until after he entered the NBA.
Take it in the face, then now watch him shoot it. Unbelievable. You know how far away that is?
Somehow became the greatest, most clutch three-point shooter of all time. And he did it in the most physical era of basketball. I don't care what JJ Redick says.
Right. When I watch Steph Curry off the ball in a playoff game,
oh, he's great.
Getting grabbed and held by Marcus Smart. They're attached to him at all times.
Bro, if he's going to use this as defense, get him out of here, please. Get him out of here.
Right.
Then when I watch Larry Bird come off a pin down and no one's within 5 feet of him and they're shooting the gap. You're telling me one is more physical than the other? You're telling me that's more
Look at the difference between both defenses.
Physical than Steph Curry being grabbed and held for 48 minutes?
Yeah.
Well, JJ continues to embarrass his university and diminishes the worth of a Duke degree by speaking with such colossal ignorance in public, with such arrogance and authority. It's idiocy that suggests that a no hand-checking finesse league where people are camping out 42.5 feet
Look at the flopping.
Is more physical than the NBA of 30. Oh my God, let's talk about 50 or 60 years ago.
Look at the snitch. Look at the snitch, guys. Look at the snitch. I want this person out of here. I want this person out of here.
30 years ago. When does he come up with this? This defies common sense.
And Michael Cooper, who was Larry Bird's toughest defender in the 80s, took JJ Redick's comments very personally.
You know what? Watch your mouth, man, when you're talking about former players and who can do this and who can do that. Because the game changed in the 80s because
There
it
you
was
go.
so physical.
There
In
you go.
today's NBA, I don't know what game he's looking at.
Okay, there we go.
You can't touch the guy. Anytime
There
you touch
you go.
anybody, a three-point shooter, come close to them when they're landing, it's a foul.
There
To
you
say
go.
that Steph is getting more contact, man, that guy has no clue of how basketball was played in the 80s. And I guarantee you this, JJ Redick, if you had played in the 80s, this is Michael Cooper talking, I'd have locked your ass up.
Ooh.
You wouldn't have got a shot off.
Ooh.
You wouldn't have got nothing off. You had spent more time on the bench than on the floor. When I was on the floor, you couldn't play when I was on the court.
I mean,
let's go.
For JJ Redick to disrespect an entire generation of basketball players, what did he expect?
First of all, Redick don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm going to say it, right?
I agree.
He don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm like, what basketball was you watching? To say something as idiotic as that is ridiculous. And for J.J. Redick, who played this game, I'm very disappointed that he has said something so stupid. When I hear that, and I'm like, you really don't know, do you? Yeah. We had our time. It was a great time. It's their time now.
Yes.
But don't crap on us to prove your point.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense, and it's not.
Because J.J. Redick is pro. When did he get in the league? J.J. Redick is pro 2006, 7? I don't remember. Or I may be wrong. 2009. He's pro whenever he got into the league after. He don't care about anything in the past. So basically, if he's making a list of top 3 3-pointers, 3-point shooters, Steph Curry is going to be in the list. Of course, he's going to put himself in the list. Anything 2009 after top shooters is what he sees. Anything beyond and previous, I'm not even going to get into that.
Valid. I don't hate on these guys.
You're responding right now.
Yeah.
You're not.
I don't hate on these guys. These guys are great. I just don't like the disrespect.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to say that about Larry Bird, it's just a stupid comment to make.
Unfortunately, somewhere along the way, common basketball knowledge was lost. But hopefully, these Larry Bird stories enlighten you to why the world fell in love with basketball in the first place.
And this particular play down is a timeout, and they're coming down, and Larry gets me at the top of the key, and he's walking me underneath his basket. He goes, Cooper, I'm ready to wear your ass out. What? Okay, I get down to my best defensive stance. He goes down the lane. He comes off the left side, and Robert Parrish sets a pick. And we knew the play. We knew what was coming up. And Kareem was ready. And as Larry comes off the pick, shoulder to shoulder with Parrish, and I'm trailing behind him, he catches the basketball right about the elbow. And he gets the ball, and he goes up, and Kareem stops him from turning the corner. Larry catches the ball, he goes up in the air, and here I come. And I'm like, I'm getting ready to smash this shit, man. So I jump up, and I got my hand, and I don't know how Larry got this ball between Kareem and I. Because Kareem had his hands up. I'm coming with my right hand, and he hit a great pass. Like I said, I don't know how he got it to him. Hits Robert Parrish, and Larry looks over his shoulder at me, and he laughs. He said, I told you, motherfucker. And you know what?
But it's also had a telling effect on Michael Cooper underneath the basket. They're wearing him out.
That's what made Larry larger than life, because if anybody in today's game, maybe Steph Curry comes off that, they force that shot up there. They try to get the shot off, but that's the difference between Larry. That play right there softens you up for the next time. Now Kareem's not going to jump out. Now Larry's wide open and shoot the ball.
Boom.
So I would expect former players to really understand that, but I never ever discount another player at any decade. I hate Larry Bird, but I respect the hell out of that man. And Larry Bird was one of the greatest 3-point shooters that's ever played this game. Fuck percentages. It ain't about that.
There
it's about
it is.
hitting big shots.
Bro, Michael Cooper snapped at the finale. I don't know what. The case that J.J. Redick was trying to make didn't work in his favor. You put numbers up, Larry Bird's still going to be there. You put stories out, legends are defending it. Whatever point that JJ Redick was ever trying to make, as far as it's idiotic, number one, and I know what great basketball is, and a great 3-point shooter is Larry Bird. One, he's in a conversation now. Seeing those numbers of Steph Curry, it makes me think of things differently now. Yeah, Steph got the number one rank of 3 points made. How many attempts did he have to take? Look at what era he's playing in, where they're taking like one player alone could take up to 10 field goal attempts as far as 3-pointers. Steph does that. There will be times where he'll go like 9 of 16 or something like that. Larry Bird took it at the right time. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it right there. Larry Bird took him at the right time. Guys, hit that like button. Stay tuned for the next reaction. Those that are new here, hit that subscribe button for some more old school actions. Man, beautiful. Beautiful, 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 man.